are you a believer till the end? When your funds are low, can you believe in it again? No longer ever questioning yourself if you believe it though. You never question it.
This is by far the largest event that we've had so far on our tour. It's a huge, beautiful nightclub, about 400 or 500 people. And this is just the beginning. The bar has been set.
Make some noise for the one, the only Ian Balina. Let's get him out here. Yeah. All right.
I do believe it.
Hey.
This the only life I know. I believe it in my mind, so I know it's time to show.
Bucharest.
This the only life I do believe
Wow, wow, we got a full house. So many people here, oh my God. The pre-sale is oversubscribed, guys, oversubscribed. Unbelievable, man. I keep on saying I was just a guy in DC doing live streams on YouTube, and now I'm here in Bucharest, Romania. Who thought I would never come here? Show of hands? Well, guess what? We're here, baby. Oh, man, oh, man. Hey, guys, thank you so much for just showing up. You know, right now we're doing this Crypto World Tour, going throughout the entire world. People thought we were kidding when we said we were going to do a real world tour. But as you guys know, right, we're here in Bucharest, Romania. We're going everywhere, right? So just want to say thank you guys for coming here. Thank you for being here in attendance. Let me come down here. Crypto family, thank you. Hey, man, what's up, brother? How you doing? Ooh, to the moon. All right, wow. So thank you guys for coming here. And hopefully today we're going to give you guys a great show. I'll try to offer as much value here, get you guys possibly the next 100x ICO, if we can. We have lots of amazing ICOs over there in the back, ready to pitch, right? And then I'll kind of give you guys an intro and share a story on who I am, why I'm here, what we're doing, and all that cool stuff, right? But before doing all of that, I want to give a big thank you to the owner of this place. This is the best club in Bucharest, I've been told, right? So where's the owner? The owner and also Vlad, Razvan, George, and the whole team. Can you guys come up here on stage? There they are. These guys have been here hosting us here in Bucharest, Romania. They organized this entire event, the venue, everything. So just want to give you guys a big round of applause. Thank you. Crypto family. Crypto family. All right. So, how long have you been following me and my content?
For the beginning.
Since the beginning. Which ICO changed your life?
Icon, I think.
Icon, that's the one.
For me, it was Icon and Kyber.
Ripple.
Ripple. Okay. All right. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for putting this amazing event together. Okay, so on the agenda for this event, right, first thing first, I'll give you guys a quick intro on myself, then we'll have the ICO pitches, then we'll have the AMA, and then we'll have the after party, which is here in the club. How does that sound, guys? You guys like that? All right. So as you guys can tell, this is not your typical conference room or presentation type venue. We kind of chose to change things up a bit, right? So there is no PowerPoint, no slides, no computer, just me speaking straight from the soul, okay? That was the joke for Phantasma. Who is here in Phantasma? Show of hands? All right, to the moon, baby, to the moon. Okay, so who is Ian Balina, right? As you guys can see there on the nice flyer, I'm a full-time angel investor. I travel the world investing in ICOs, initial coin offerings, basically cryptocurrencies, but it's the first time they're being offered for sale. So kind of like an IPO for stocks, right? So that's what I do. I travel around the world, and I'm willing, me and my team, shout out to Diego over here, and Ugo. All of us, my business partners, we travel around the world trying to find the next icon, the next Wabi, the next Ethereum, the next Bitcoin. We're willing to invest in this because we feel like to really have the advantage now, as this space is getting oversaturated, you have to be willing to travel all across the world to find those products very, very early. That's why we're here in Bucharest, Romania. That's why we went to Amsterdam, where we discovered Sparkster. We discovered Eden Chain in South Korea. So we're willing to go there in person to be very, very early, because by the time something is online, it may be too late. All right, so I've been told we have 5 ICOs here in Bucharest ready to pitch. We had some that flew all the way in from London and all the way from everywhere around the world. So for those who don't know, just to kind of set the stage, this is going to be kind of like a Shark Tank, right? So we'll have numerous ICOs coming up here. We'll give them 2 minutes to pitch. We'll take the top 2 ICOs chosen by you, the audience, and they'll get 4 minutes to pitch. Then the winning ICO will get an AMA with all of you guys. And just to kind of give perspective, do not fall asleep on this part. All right, because Sparkster was discovered at an event just like this. Eden Chain was discovered at my meetup in Seoul, South Korea. Nucleus Vision was discovered in LA at my meetup. So we could find the next possibly big ICO of the month right here, right now. So take notes. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Woo, okay, okay. Can we have okay, so Open Source University, please come on stage. What's your name?
I'm Jordan, and should I start with the pitching?
Not yet, not yet.
Not yet. Okay,
Yeah.
So I'm Jordan, and I'm the technology.
And what's your ICO?
Open Source University.
Open Source University, okay. So do you know how the rules work? You get 2 minutes to pitch, okay? And you guys, the audience, will do the voting, okay? When all the ICOs are done, we'll have them come up on stage, and whoever can make the most noise for their ICO that they liked, we'll go to the next round. All right, so let's put 2 minutes on the clock. Are you ready?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, everybody. So my name is Jordan. Nice to meet you here in Bucharest. To start with a small introduction about myself, I graduated MIT when I was 16. After that, I got an MBA degree at Harvard. And yeah, I'm quite an intelligent guy, but that doesn't matter. I brought here my diplomas. But never mind, because those are fake. So this is one of the problems which we are solving at Open Source University, fake diplomas. But we're not just the next document storing ICO. What we're actually building, it is an entire ecosystem for education and career development. Our team is powered by some all-star team members. We have Ali Matkavji, a person who have worked with PayPal, Bloomberg, Microsoft. Our team lead is actually the doctoral candidate of the year on a regional level. Recently, our project was nominated as one of the best crypto projects with social impact for 2018. And yeah, our GitHub is actually containing an MVP of the project, which is going to be released in early June. It's still under very active development, but because the name is Open Source University, we do that in a very open sourced way. So for crypto, for blockchain, for MVP, for everything, for Ian Balina, give us a massive shout out and support us. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, so once again, that is Open Source University?
Open Source University.
Okay, all right, so that was the first ICO.
Yep.
All right, let's get the next ICO up here.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, hello.
Okay, my name is Florin Ștefan, and I'm here with Dan St. Jorzan, and we are representing Open Collectors Network.
You guys ready?
Yep.
Go.
Open Collectors Network, what we are building, we are trying to build a platform, a decentralized platform for trading digital assets. It's a problem that exists today in the internet environment, and we are trying to address it. How we are trying to do it? First thing is that we are focusing on 5 main pillars. We want to have a platform that is addressing full ownership of the tokens, traceability, transparency, full autonomy, and as well 100% decentralization. Sorry, I have some I'm a bit nervous. We are a team of developers or former developers like I am, and we are building this platform on top of open standards in order to provide the full transparency on the product, and also in order to give you full traceability, we are using what we call non-fungible tokens. Some use cases on the platform might be, for example, trading your digital assets like photos. If you want to trade your photos using our platform, you would be able to identify, to uniquely identify, and to trace the entire trade process from start to the end.
Thank you. Thank you. My name is Dan. I'm co-founder. I'm more on the technical side of things. And I wanted to mention that, at least from my perspective, a lot of the projects out there are only partially decentralized. And we are one of the very few projects that is 100% decentralized. When we think about digital assets...
All right, time is up. Thank you,
Thank you very much.
Okay, so who do we have next?
I'm Marius from Xsure. Hello, guys.
Xsure, okay, all right. And where are you traveling from?
I'm from Romania.
Oh, straight from Romania, okay.
All right.
Romanian ICO. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you?
Oh, born ready. All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so Xsure is a decentralized insurance platform for IoT devices. We're using machine learning to interpret data that comes from IoT devices, can be from a mobile phone, can be from everything, and based on that we can give you preferred insurance plan. So basically we are working on a demo data, we are working on a platform. We have like 3 PhD students, one is in London, and he is doing his PhD in machine learning. We are working with 3 companies in insurance, and they promise us if we reach a pool of users of 5,000 users in insurance, we need to build our insurance company. So basically, if you want to know more about our project, I want you guys to give me a huge applause. And then again, I want to mention that I bought Bitcoin in 2012, and I do still have the private keys for that. So I don't know what you're talking about.
That's the private keys?
Yeah, I do have the private keys, and I don't know about 100x or whatever, but I'm still there and hanging on. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, thank you.
Hi,
And who do we have now?
my name is Florian Jude.
Okay, and what's your project?
Our project is called AIM, which is short for Autonomous Industrial Machinery. We're based in Cambridge, UK.
Machinery.
Yeah.
So you came all the way from the UK?
Yeah, I came all the way
Oh,
from
man.
UK.
High five for that.
Yeah, Balina effect, right?
Balina effect.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Hold on, are you ready?
yeah, I am.
All right, go.
So my name is Florian Jude. I'm an architect. We are developing this project called AIM, which is short for Autonomous Industrial Machinery. What we are doing is bringing together blockchain with robotic technology and artificial intelligence, specifically designed for the construction industry. To give you an example of what we're doing, if a human bricklayer can lay 500 bricks within 8 hours, there's a piece of equipment that can lay 1,500 bricks within an hour. And our aim is to provide people and companies, of course, to be able to rent this type of equipment through the blockchain. There are huge issues within the industry which we're hoping to solve, like inequality and so on and so forth. We have people from Intel working with us. We have the head of Cambridge Business School working with us. We have, from the university, I mean, we have a great team, and I think we have a great project. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. And what is your name?
Jamal. I'm from Bolt, CEO and founder of Bolt.
Okay, and where are you traveling from?
We're from the UK.
From the UK?
Yes.
2 ICOs from the UK?
Yep.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, are you ready?
I guess. Bucharest.
All right, okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, Bolt is a mobile video content platform serving a bouquet of live channels and premium short form content using our breakthrough technology and addressing users in the emerging markets. We have a potential addressable market of 4 billion users, and guess what? We're already live. We have a substantial number of users in Asia, South Asia, Africa, and growing. Our mission here is to disrupt the mobile content ecosystem by cutting out the middlemen, reducing cost, and bringing our content developers closer to our users. We're aiming to do this by building on the blockchain, to be specific, the Zilliqa blockchain. We're in pre-ICO phase right now, looking to raise 12 million. That's our hard cap. And guess what? We're past the halfway mark before even starting the roadshow in just the last few days alone. So we're issuing 400 million Bolt tokens at 3 cents each. And there's a guaranteed listing on the Switch.io exchange a couple of weeks after we close the raise. So come on board, guys, to the moon.
Okay, very nice. Very nice, thank you.
Thanks, Ian. Cheers.
Okay, Zilliqa, very interesting.
See me nodding when they speak, want me to feel their wishes.
The next ICO, welcome.
Hello, hello. I'm Andre from Zoidcoin.
Okay,
and
hello.
Edward.
Okay, and what's the project?
Zoidcoin.network.
Can you spell that for us?
Yeah, Zoidcoin.network.
Z-O-I-T?
Yeah, coin.
Coin.network. Okay, and where are you guys traveling from?
We're from Bucharest.
Bucharest, okay. Another Bucharest, Romanian ICO. Very nice.
Locals.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah, hit it up.
3, 2, 1, go.
Hello, I'm Andre from Zoidcoin, and I'm going to start with a bold statement. Basically, at this point, we're all paid to see ads. So even for the ads we're not interested about or ignore, somebody pays for them. And in the end, it shows in the final price of the product. So what we want to change is we want to build a blockchain-based marketplace where buyers are more transparent in their needs and sellers are more willing to fulfill those needs. So basically, we reward buyers for data input, everything they want to buy, like, I don't know, shoes or something, or in their interest, and we reward sellers for fulfilling those needs in a global blockchain marketplace. So basically, you can imagine like you're on Pinterest and you pin some stuff, you know, and then somebody shows up and is willing to sell them to you, maybe at the discount. Why we're doing this? Well, we want to lower the advertising costs to the point where sellers can afford to sell cheaper. Because if you lower the cost to the sellers, they can become more competitive and just undercut their competition, you know? So, what we're doing is we're building this on blockchain to become a global marketplace. We want to make it easy for people to buy even abroad. We want to make it easy for people to just don't depend on currencies like they do now. And above that, we're using blockchain for our privacy protocol because we're storing data, and as you know, it's problematic with GDPR and stuff like that right now. It's a hot subject, you know? So yeah, my colleague Edward, he's gonna tell you about our privacy protocol and everything about tech.
Unfortunately, we are out of time. But thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, hello. My name is Andra.
Okay, and what is your project?
My project is called Hey Be Well.
Hey Be?
Hey Be Well.
Hey Be Well.
Yes.
Okay, and where are you traveling from?
Romania, Bucharest.
Romania, all right, very nice. Are you ready?
Sure.
3, 2, 1, go.
So we all want to be healthy, right? We all have health goals. Maybe you want to lose some weight, maybe you want to be fit, or try out meditation for the first time in your life. Few of us ever do. Why is that? Maybe because you don't hold yourself accountable. It's time to put some skin in the game. This is what Hey Be Well is doing. We gamify your health and we make it fun. How? You pick a health goal. Let's say you want to lose 5 pounds in 2 months. You stake some tokens. You promise you'll do it, and you mean it. You pick a specialist to help you out if you don't feel up to it, or you can do it on your own. If you reach it and you validate it, you win more tokens. Hey Be Well is a project that started back in 2009 and evolved into this fun startup that wants to make you healthy and wants to help you love it. We are 15 people right now. We're based in Switzerland and starting our pre-sale soon. So keep an eye on us and be well.
All right, thank you. Okay, all right. So it seems we got more ICOs lining up to pitch, but unfortunately, the whitelist is closed. Okay, and what's your name?
Hey, I'm Gabriel Petrescu, and I'm very excited to be here.
All right, and what's your project?
My project is called Virtuality. Virtuality. So it's a virtual reality. Virtuality.
Virtual reality.
Yeah, virtual reality.
Okay, all right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Go.
So what it does, it will enrich the 3D virtual reality using an AI-based engine, leveraging blockchain technology, using more likely machine learning that will actually add functionality to feature-based search. Where do we see the tokens here? Well, the tokens will be added for the users to enable creating and customizing their own 3D space. They will actually interact with other spaces. Also, they will they will bring back travel experience like image streaming and anything else that the user wants because it's a virtual reality. And what it does exactly, it's letting the user create their own virtual reality 3D space and engine.
All right, thank you. Is that it, or do you have more?
Well, the thing is there are a lot of features here, a lot of big names like AI and machine learning, but trust me, every one of them will combine in a very beautiful project and will let the user have a very nice 3D experience.
All right, thank you. Okay, and so this is Alex.
Hello, everyone.
And what's your project?
So I'm here to present the first blockchain-based smart speaker with a decentralized AI.
First blockchain-based
smart speaker.
Smart speaker.
With decentralized AI.
So like an Alexa or something?
Yeah, it's cloud-based and open source.
Okay, and where are you traveling from?
I'm from Bucharest.
Bucharest, all right. Are you ready?
I'm ready, born ready.
Born ready, let's go. Start.
Okay. So I'm here to present Aria, which is the first smart speaker that's blockchain-based and also has a decentralized AI system. If you look in the market, you have Amazon Echo, you have the Google HomePod, you have an Apple product, but all these products, they own your data. So what's very different with Aria is that we not only do not own your data, but you can also monetize it. So we give you a chance to receive crypto tokens in exchange of your data by selling it to the third parties, or you can choose to keep it secure and nobody else is gonna get access to it. Furthermore, we have a reward system. So if you decide to purchase Aria, the smart speaker, you'll be able to mine crypto tokens. It's gonna be something that's fun. You're not gonna get rich off this, but it's gonna be like a first introduction to mining if you're into that kind of stuff. And lastly, the third reward program is that we're not gonna be showing you any kind of ads. Instead, you can choose to opt in to see ads, or fill out a market research service to make some extra crypto tokens. And as far as the AI system goes, we are thinking to decentralize it completely and have an open source market where developers come on board, they create modules for the AI, and then users that own the product, they can choose exactly what kind of modules they want to purchase from the decentralized market, because every AI can be customized to fit your specific needs. Like, for example, I might be a chef, so I need an AI that can show me recipes, that can teach me to be a better chef, to cook better meals. But someone else could be interested into, say, music, so maybe his needs do not align with mine. And in that case, he can customize his smart speaker with different modules from the open source market.
All right, time is out. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
Because they know who this is.
Your names?
Hi, my name's Scott Brown.
I'm Chris Morph.
Okay, and what is your project?
And we're from Veracity.
Veracity.
Yep.
How do you spell that?
It's Verasity. Veracity.io.
Okay, Veracity.
We love tokenomics.
You love tokenomics, okay. And where are you traveling from?
I'm from Atlanta.
UK, London.
UK, London, okay, all right. Are you guys ready?
We're ready.
Go.
All right. So again, my name's Scott Brown. We're from Veracity.io. The easiest way to get your head around Veracity is you can think of it as like a YouTube on the blockchain. We're a social sharing site, but we add the blockchain components to it. The biggest problem with these video sharing sites is that content creators aren't making very much money today. It's very hard for them to extract the dollars. And advertisers are really struggling with fake views and fake ads and things like that. So what we do is we take all of the views for the content and for the advertising and put it all on the blockchain. We mix identity with the immutable public record of the blockchain and get rid of all the fake views and make sure the content creators are getting all the money that they deserve. So we take out the intermediaries and we get direct relationships with the content creators and the viewers and the advertisers and the viewers. The other thing is the content creators need to raise money for their raise money for their content. So we give them like a derivatives market almost. We give them a way to create smart contracts to share in the future revenue of their channel, so they can sell what we call Vera Sparks to their viewers, and then they can raise money for their channel and the viewers get to participate in their fans. So that's about it. We also move advertisers out to the right, again, so that if you want to watch ads, you can watch ads and get paid. If you don't, you go and watch a video and get paid. How am I doing on time? There? Excellent.
Almost there, hold on.
But check us out on Veracity.io.
20 seconds.
Okay, that's good. We're all good.
All right, thank you, thank you. And that was the last ICO. Now we're gonna get all those ICOs back on stage. Okay, so this is how it works, guys. We'll go down the line, and each ICO that you liked, you guys will have to make noise. Whether you clap, shout, stomp, yell, whatever, the ICOs that get the loudest noise will move on to the next round. It's that simple. You guys get the rules? You guys ready? All right. So what's your project again?
Open Source University.
Okay. Who likes Open Source University? Okay, okay. And
Veracity.
All right, no problem.
Open Source University? Veracity? Open Source University? Veracity? Okay, hold on. Step up for now. Okay.
Hey, be well.
Hey, be well. Open Source University. Hey, be well. Oh, man. Okay, okay. Step up for now. Okay, let's have you here for now. And your project?
Aria, decentralized AI.
Okay. Aria, decentralized AI? Okay. Thank you for playing. And your project?
Virtuality.
Vitrality. Okay, thank you for playing as well.
Zoidcoin Network.
Okay. Hey, Be Well. Open Source University. Zoidcoin Network. Hey, Be Well. Zoidcoin Network. Open Source University. Zoidcoin Network. That is tough. Okay, come up here for now.
Zoidcoin.
Okay, all right.
AIM.
AIM. Zoidcoin University. AIM. That is tough. Zoidcoin University. AIM. That is so tough. Hey, Be Well. Open Source University. Okay, hold up. Oh, wow. AIM, sorry, AIM. AIM. I think AIM is dying. AIM. Zoidcoin. AIM. Okay. Thank you for playing.
Xsure.
Xsure. Zoidcoin University? I mean Zoidcoin? Oh, what? Zoidcoin Network, sorry. Zoidcoin Network? Xsure? All right, thank you for playing.
Bolt.
Okay. Open Source University? Bolt? Oh! Hey, Be Well? Bolt? Okay, yeah, go up there, go up there.
Open Collectors Network.
Thank you for playing. Together? All right. Thank you guys for playing. Okay, but now only 2 can make it from this. Okay, we have 4, only 2 can make it. So we gotta now really gather the troops. Okay? Bolt. Open Source University? Okay, this is getting a little tough. Let's just do show of hands. Bolt. Okay, it's hard to count all this now. If only we had a voting on a blockchain. Okay. Open Source University? Those are fewer hands.
There's a whole bunch of
Bolt?
over there are more hands. Check out.
You know what I'm saying? Open source? Unfortunately, I think Bolt is here for now. Hey, Be Well? Show of hands. And Zoidcoin Network? Hey, Be Well? Zoidcoin Network? Hey, Be Well, okay. Congratulations. Hey, Be Well and Bolt. You guys are the winner. Open Source University, thank you for playing. Zoidcoin Network, thank you for playing. Okay, so now we're down to 2. Okay, guys, we have a special announcement. All you guys got the wristbands? So this is a very special whitelist for people who are here. June 2nd, this Saturday, starting 3 p.m. till morning, you guys have access to the grand opening of the day party, the outdoor party, right? Here at the club, right? So come here with this. Our team will be there, right? So if you guys want to mingle, talk crypto, come through, okay? And thank you to the owner and the team for putting that together. All right. Okay, so now they get 4 minutes, and now I will be grilling them and asking them questions in tokenmetrics, right? So we will demonstrate in real life how tokenmetrics work, starting with Bolt.
Okay.
Okay, so let me get the timer out. Put 4 minutes. Are you ready?
Yeah. You going to question me?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right.
Tell me what your project does in 2 sentences.
So we are a mobile content platform looking to disrupt the content economy that presently exists.
Okay, all right. And do you have any competitors?
Not in the emerging markets. We have a very unique service based on very short premium content at micro transaction level. So if you put it in that category, there's no competition.
Okay. Now, Zilliqa hasn't launched a mainnet yet. So
No.
do you have a prototype, a working product?
The product is already live.
On what blockchain is it live? A testnet? or-
No, we're not on the blockchain yet, but the application is already live with users on it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's tough. So
Yeah.
no blockchain integration yet.
No, we're building now, and the whole idea is the disruption will come via the blockchain.
Now,
Yeah.
when do you plan to have blockchain integration?
That will be end of Q3 this year.
End of Q3, because Zilliqa is launching the mainnet in Q4, I believe.
Yeah, it'll be around that time. So we'll be doing a test as soon as they're on the mainnet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the issue some people have with apps trying to pivot onto the blockchain, it seems like there's this rampant abuse of failed apps trying to have ICOs, and by just slapping blockchain onto a failed product. So how are you guys not doing that? How are you different?
So that's a fair question. We are basically only scratching the surface right now. It's already a profitable exercise. So our intention with the blockchain is to basically skyrocket the model, right, via the use of by bringing our users closer to our content developers. Using the blockchain, essentially, right? The issue that we have today in the ecosystem are that there are lots of distributors and middlemen in the whole economy, basically adding costs and lack of efficiency.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Now,
Sorry.
what all-stars do you have on your project?
Sorry?
What all-stars? Tell us about the best people on your team.
Yeah, so we've got
Full-time employees.
we've been able to assemble a great team that I'm really proud of. We've got a bunch of people who have solid media industry experience. So I, for instance, come with 20 plus years in TV, radio, and online media.
What companies?
Sorry?
What employers did you work with?
So basically, I worked with TV networks in Asia, in Africa.
Can you tell us the names of those networks?
Yep. So I worked with Singapore Press Holdings. It's a blue chip media company based out in Singapore. Media Prima in Malaysia.
Any publicly traded companies?
Yes, Singapore Press Holdings is a multi-billion-dollar listed company on the Singapore Stock Exchange. Media Prima is a multi-billion ringgit company listed on the Malaysian Stock Exchange.
Okay. And other people on your team?
So we have Crystal Quack, my Chief Commercial Officer. So Crystal is an amazing woman, a great marketeer, and brings a lot of blockchain know-how. She also does some little amount of consulting for Zilliqa and Switch.io as well. So she brings that expertise.
What employers has she worked with?
Sorry?
What employers has she worked with before?
So Crystal was working previously with Brandwatch, a social media analytics company. Before that with Twitter and Samsung. Okay. Right?
All right, and we are out of time, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
And if I can just add off, we've got a great bunch of advisors as well.
We're out of time, unfortunately.
Sorry.
Maybe if you go to the next round. Okay, hey, be well.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Sure.
So 4 minutes, starting now. Tell us what the product does again in 2 sentences.
We make your health fun by gamifying your experience through health goals. You pick a goal, you stake some tokens, you get help from a specialist, you reach that goal, and you win more tokens.
Okay, and do you have a prototype?
It's being developed and will be ready by the time we do the ICO.
And when is the ICO?
In September.
September, okay. When is the pre-sale?
Very soon.
So pre-sale before the product. Okay, that's a warning sign, I think. But anyway.
We're open to advice.
Okay, tell us about the team. What all-stars do you have on the team?
Well, the co-founders are all experienced entrepreneurs. Their backgrounds are in digital. For instance, Christian, one of our co-founders, had a mobile app developing company. Another co-founder of ours...
I mean, but in terms of the team, does anybody on the team have over 2 years experience at a publicly traded company or at a top 25 blockchain project?
No.
In terms of market cap?
No. We rely on our advisors for that. The industry was very new, and to have a lot of experience in this industry means that you had to be there basically when the Ethereum Foundation happened. I mean, it's very hard.
Anybody with 6 months experience at a top 25 blockchain project?
No.
Okay. What about publicly traded companies or well-known companies?
I'm sorry?
What about people on your team that have worked for well-known, credible companies?
No.
No? Okay.
It's a startup.
All right. Tell us about the advisors.
To be honest, if I could just answer your question very frank, we don't believe in mercenaries. This is something that we really love. It's our vision, and we wouldn't like to have an all-star that came here only for the money or just for the image. We want people that are loyal, and we think they're going to work a lot better than people that are just in it for the hype.
You can find some all-stars that are in it for the long haul.
Help.
Okay, how much are you raising for the ICO?
18.
18 million? Okay, 18 million for a DApp?
The hard cap, yes.
No, I mean 18 million, it's an application, right?
Yes.
Okay, and you're raising $18 million for an application. That's kind of a lot.
Yes.
Okay.
It's going to do a lot of stuff.
All right.
The goals are the gamified version, which everybody loves. Behind it, you have appointments, you have payment, you have a lot of modules that are very expensive to develop and include the blockchain technology in them.
Okay.
And marketing.
What does the token do?
Our token is for staking, so it's an utility token used for gamification. And it also works as loyalty points, because after you finish your goal, let's say you reach it, you lost the 5 pounds, you made healthy habits on the way, what's the point? You need to maintain those habits. So with the tokens, you get discounts to goods and services that help you maintain that healthy lifestyle.
And do you have any competition?
Not as far as we know, and we did a lot of research, I'd say, for the last 6 months. We have competition in the well-being area, in apps that help you do meditation or fitness or tracking, stuff like that, but nothing gamified in the form of goals.
And time is up. Thank you. All right, all right. So, and then there were 2. Are you guys ready to pick a winner? Okay. Hey, Be Well.
Folks.
Hey, Be Well. Bolt. Okay, I think Bolt is the winner. All right, all right. Thank you for playing. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Okay, so now as the winner, so you guys can have an AMA with both the winner here. You can ask him anything, or if you want to ask me any question about token metrics or crypto, you can ask me that as well. So anybody who wants to ask a question, let's get you guys to line up over there.
I just have like a couple questions. One, why does your solution need to be on a blockchain? Why do you need a token?
Okay, so the primary issue that we face having put the service into operation is that a number of the users or potential users in the emerging markets, they don't have fiat currency. They are unbanked. A lot of them don't have sufficient fiat currency to come onto the service. So our intention is basically to create a whole series of actions for them to participate in the platform, to be able to earn tokens to come on board onto the service. On the other end of the spectrum, we have content developers, right? Unorganized content developers. So by that, we mean not the studios out in California, for instance. These are people who are currently hosting their content on YouTube, for instance, or on BuzzFeed, right? And not making anything out of that whole exercise. So our intention is bring them together on the platform, get them to transact, right? So basically, content developers are able to display their content and make them available for purchase by the consumers, right, through the token system, right? So this way, we liberate both ends of the spectrum and open up a system now which is controlled by quite a number of very well-financed distributors and people in the middle, essentially, yeah.
Right, so, but why can't you use Ethereum? Why do you need a specific token for you?
Well, we feel that we want to create our own ecosystem, right? So this is just the start. We see more services coming on board. In fact, we already, for instance, have games companies. We have a healthcare company that's come to us and basically said, look, you have a community or you're starting to build a big community. We'd like to come on board and offer those services as well. So we think that we have a sufficiently big economy or ecosystem, shall we say, where our own token basically will have a life of its own, essentially, rather than depending on something that is a bit more volatile, I guess. Right.
I have a question for Ian.
Okay.
What was going through your mind during the Sparkster demo?
During the Sparkster demo? Same thing that happened with PowerLedger. I mean, as somebody who's worked as a sales engineer, where I basically demo for a living for 3 years, I know demos, something always goes wrong. Nothing, it's very rare that everything goes perfectly, right? And for me, I'd already seen a demo privately, right? When I met the team in Amsterdam and also online, right? Because I got 2 demos of both the IDE platform and also the blockchain, right? And to me, it was just more of technical difficulties, right? So to me, that didn't really affect my choice or my investment, right? Because for me, I rely on data and analytics to invest, not on just random events or subjectivity or whatever, right? So if the data tells me it's a good project, I'm in. Does that make sense, right? So whether the demo by definition should not change anything, because the demo does not change token metrics. Right? So the demo could have just flopped, and I still would have invested. Right? So when the whole thing was happening, I was like, okay, this kind of reminds me of PowerLedger, because they had an AMA, and there was so much fun on the AMA, how it was a bad AMA, they didn't do so well, right? But I still invested because the AMA didn't really change the facts, right? It's kind of, the best example I have is, imagine you're a scout, right? Do you guys know what a scout is for like a football team, a sports team? Imagine you spend 1 year scouting a player, right? And you say, you know what, we're in. We like this player, we're going to pick him on our team. Then you go to one last game, and he has a bad game. Does that change 1 year of scouting because of one bad game? Right? So to me, it was kind of that same thing, right? We had spent 1 week doing our homework on them, right? So the AMA, by definition to us, was not going to change anything. What do I expect on exchange? Well, you got to line up over there, man. Come on. Okay, I'll sneak that one in. I mean, I think, not financial advice, guys. In my opinion, my target for me, I think at 5 to 10x is reasonable in a bull market. Right now, it's kind of been going to a bearish market or lots of sideways action, but I'm very bullish that I will not lose money on Sparkster.
Hi, I have a question for Ian. Actually, I have two questions. What do you think about OneChain? Because you praised it so much, and I really want to know your opinion about OneChain now. Do you still believe in it, and do you still think it's going to go to the moon or not? And the second one would be, what's your top 3 ICOs that you're looking at and you believe in and you're analyzing at the moment? Not the ones that, you know what I mean. Thanks.
All right. To OneChain.
OneChain.
So one thing I've kind of prided myself in has been to always be honest and be transparent, no matter what, no matter if I own the token or not. And to be honest, I've lost a lot of faith in OneChain. I mean, they've had lots of disorder internally. For me, just talking with advisors there and people, other investors very close to the company, right? As most people know now, Dustin was changed to a different position, right? I mean, to me, in the corporate world, that's just a silent way of telling somebody to go, right? I'm not saying that's what happened, but I'm just saying it was kind of abrupt. But the interesting thing was, actually, me and my friends internally were discussing this. Somebody inside the OneChain company project told us there was disorder and people would be losing jobs. And then, like a week later, we saw Dustin was changed to a different role. So it seems there's lots of disorder in there. I'm disappointed in the return on OneChain. I think the peak was, 20x? Now it's, back to like a 10x? I mean, so it's very disappointing when PundiX does much better than OneChain, all right? I'm not complaining because I still have PundiX, but I had higher expectations for OneChain, and I feel like even early on, they oversold us. They told us mainnet is launching very soon, give us your money. Then they pushed it all the way back for like 6 or 7 months before they give us tokens and they were liquid, right? So I feel like they overpromised. I mean, to a point where I was talking to somebody internally, they told me that, because I was asking why is it taking so long to launch the mainnet? And they told me that development is taking much longer than they expected. And I told myself, but I thought the mainnet was ready. So it seems they may have overpromised. So one thing I've kind of learned from things like that, especially for blockchains, is to really ask for a demo before even investing. Right? So that's why now almost every blockchain, like Eden Chain, Quirk Chain, Sparkster, I'm always asking for a demo because they can tell you, yeah, we got a prototype, testnet, whatever, give us your money. They can. I won't say ICOs now can lie, but they can put lipstick on a pig sometimes, so to speak. You know, they can stretch the truth, right? So, I mean, regarding OneChain, I mean, quite frankly, I mean, it's just made money, but I'm concerned about the disorder going on, right? And then, what was your other question?
Top 3 ICOs.
Top 3 ICOs.
You're investing.
I mean, I haven't really been looking at ICOs online. I've kind of been trying to find ICOs in person, right? So last ones I did were Sparkster, Phantasma, and QuickChain, I think, and some others, right? Recently, I did look into a Gracia, the HTML blockchain, and initial analysis did show it as an all-star ICO, but going back to blockchains and how they've now kind of have a history of overstretching the truth, I was planning to reach out to the team to get a demo of the product, but throughout the process of traveling and stuff, I kind of missed that their crowd sale was happening, and they sold out in like, what, 5 seconds or like very fast, right? So that's one that's on my radar, post-ICO. So, I mean, I don't really have any ICOs right now at the moment. I've been mainly looking at IOTux. I covered that on my last live stream. That's a post-ICO play. They had a private sale. I used to have it as codename IoT, and I was waiting for them to have a public sale, but they never had one. Right, so that, to me, I'm eyeing. Other projects I have on my to-do list for research are, I think, HyperNet was one, and there are a few others. But in terms of top 3, I have to do more homework to give a top 3.
And what's the potential of Next? What do you think? How?
I passed on Next.
Next?
The exchange?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's going to do decently well, but I mean, to me, with my new system, I think there are better projects out there. It's not bad, but I think there are better projects.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
My name is still for Ian.
Okay.
So, judging that right now there are hundreds of ICOs happening, like every month, maybe more. Is token metrics enough at the moment? I mean, what does an ICO have to do to stand out? And I don't know, just to invest in it for the long term? Is there any extras to take in consideration?
So what does an ICO have to do to stand out?
Yeah.
To stand out from...
Leaving aside the token metrics. I mean, just to be appealing, and of course, they have a good project. Let's say they have a good project, and the token metrics are okay. But I think that from what I saw, there are lots and lots of projects right now that really look amazing, but there's not enough money to invest in them all. So what is something that you would definitely look at?
I think it's the other problem. There's too much money to go around. That's why everything's selling out so fast. I mean, I feel like if you're a good project, especially now with how big the token metrics community is, I mean, people will find you, right? So, for example, now they're like what? There are even like sites like Top 7 ICOs that has like 7 other ICO analysts. I mean, so there's so many people out there now looking for that next small ICO that I don't think it's hard to stand out if you're trying. I mean, if you have an all-star team with a prototype and good token metrics, and you put yourself out there, right? You go to conferences, events in the industry, or you just reach out to people like me or others or communities. I mean, word starts to spread. I mean, that's how FOMO builds up.
Would you ever invest in a project that didn't have an all-star team, maybe?
No.
Never.
Never.
Even if you like the project, even if they have good advisors?
I mean, advisors to me aren't full-time team members. Advisors are basically people you just call up when there's a problem, right? But on a day-to-day basis, it's the full-time team that is there. You know, like an advisor, I mean, they're there to help, sure, but they aren't there 24/7, right? It's the full-time team members, right? So for me, you kind of have two schools of thought. You have people who invest in ideas, and you have people who invest in teams, right? I mean, people can have their different opinions, but me personally, I always back a team over an idea, right? I would rather back an all-star team working on a crappy idea than a great idea being worked on by a crappy team, if that makes sense.
If I can ask one more thing, a small one. Are you still bullish on Nucleus?
Yes, I mean, I'm bullish, but it's not doing as good as I would have liked. I'll be honest with that. I mean, I had much, much higher expectations, right? I mean, it's not lost money, but it could do better. And I feel like they gotta step up their partnerships and their announcements, right? And I do know they announced a conference in August in India. I'll be there for that. So if anybody's gonna be in India, let's connect. But yeah, I think it could do better.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right.
Sup, my man?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Great, thank you. I have a question about the grading system because I used to have a raw spreadsheet, way raw spreadsheet. Your spreadsheet was way better than mine, so I try to follow your system. And one of the things that always bugs my mind is when you're selecting a team, you gave a grade from 1 to 4, okay? So you can see if it's an all-star team or not. But I see when you see an all-star team, you put 4. And how do you go to 3 and 2 grading for those? Because 3 is still a good team, but what is the line that separates the biggest team from the almost great team?
Okay. I mean, so what I look for, like a perfect score for all-star team, is 3 all-stars on a team, right? So meaning that you have 3 people. So my definition of an all-star team is somebody who's worked either 2 years or more at a publicly traded company, I mean, this is, when it comes to measuring, to evaluating teams, it is subjective, and everybody has their own different ways of doing it, right? The way I do it is, as somebody who's worked in the enterprise world, I feel like, I mean, the best measure of an entrepreneur is to take a company or startup and have an exit. That's how they're measured. So either they have an IPO, they take a company public, or they have an exit, they sell that company for millions, if not billions of dollars. So anybody who's done that or has been involved in that process, to me, has kind of seen a good model of success for running a company, right? So I consider them all-stars, meaning that, for example, anybody who's worked at Facebook or has, for example, recently, I think Dropbox is about to do an IPO, right? So, I mean, a Dropbox employee, to me, would be an all-star. Now, it has to be a vital role, right? Not just somebody doing something like, right? Like, for example, like a designer, to me, is not really a vital role for a startup. But if somebody's in business development or they're a developer, right, those are vital roles for a company, right? So the maximum score for an all-star team is you either have 3 all-stars, 2 all-stars, 1 all-star, or 0 all-stars. So that's kind of where that comes from.
So you have to have an all-star to even give the
I mean,
grade
they have to
1.
have 2 all-stars before I even continue. If they don't have 2 all-stars, I skip it.
Okay, thank you. That was.
Oh, thank you. Hey, nice to finally meet you, man. All the way from Brazil.
Yeah, all the way from Brazil, bro. Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay. No ICO for Ian Balina. Airdrop.
Hi, Ian.
Hey, how you doing, brother?
I'm okay, thanks.
Actually, you know what? Come on stage. Let's have people come on stage.
I'm so
We have
excited.
everybody here.
I'm sorry about my English. I'm not from California.
Where are you from?
Originally from Yemen.
Yemen, okay.
Yeah.
What's your
So,
question?
I wonder, I was investing in only 2 projects that you was recommended. One of them was ICX, and the second was Loom. Okay?
Loom, okay.
But only 2 projects that I went all in when you was like very passionate.
Oh, you went all in.
Yeah.
That's.
And I was very happy. I was listening to you about those 2 projects. Now, the third one is IoText. And I'm wondering, what are you really thinking about that? Because I was feeling that you are really exciting about this project, but like 60-70%.
Okay, I mean, so I scored it as an all-star, but I had it under a code name. I'm not sure if you guys saw this on my spreadsheet or my videos, but it was the IoT code name, right? But I had it as a code name because I wanted to confirm their token metrics and wanted to see if they're going to have a crowd sale or not, right? Because I got the token metrics from a friend who was an early investor, but they weren't really public with it. They only had a private sale, right? So initially, I thought the token metrics I had were just for the private sale, and I thought the cap was going to be much higher when they had a crowd sale, right? So I wanted to first wait for that. But they ended up not having a crowd sale, going straight to exchanges, right? So, I mean, me personally, I'm bullish, but in terms of getting in post ICO on exchanges, I mean, I'm just personally watching it, right? I think ICO price was like 0.007 cents.
Yeah, and now they are only 20 million, something like that,
There is-
market cap.
I mean, there is about 23 million.
Yeah, in the last review, you said that it's like 90 million market cap.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like
But
anything under.
it wasn't. It's like 20 million market cap because they released only about 800
Tokens?
million.
So some are
coins.
locked up or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
I, in my opinion, it's really
Okay,
good.
I mean, and my target price for me personally was anything under 3 cents, which is what it kind of opened up around, right? I mean, so right now I'm watching it. I mean, I'll see, right? I mean, I may get in. It depends, right? But I'm personally bullish on it.
Yeah.
Not financial advice.
Of course, of course.
Okay.
I think also it's really a nice project, but you know, it's enough that the icon and the Loom was working good. I don't care about the rest.
All right, thank you, thank you.
Thank you too, man.
What's
Hi,
your name?
Ian.
Hey,
Dan.
Dan, nice
How
to
are
meet
you?
you, Dan. I'm doing well.
So I got a kind of hard question for you. Well, we've all seen what has been happening with the market this year and how things have been going. At the same time, there's more and more ICOs coming along. And since you are one of the most qualified people, I was curious to see what your opinion is on how token metrics will be applicable in the future, and more generally, your personal opinion on the market, let's say in 1 year's time. I know I'm putting you on the spot a bit, but...
Okay, I mean, so where the market will be 1 year from now and if token metrics will still apply?
Yes.
I mean, I feel like token metrics will always apply, but we'll just have to evolve and adapt and kind of keep on making new changes as we get more data points, right? So, which is kind of what happens with anything where you gather data and analyze.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
So kind of like a scientist, as we keep on getting more data, more ICOs, more 100Xs, more scams, more losses, right? That's why like right now my spreadsheet is on version 4.7. So there have been numerous changes along the way. Now
Right.
there are less changes, but I'm pretty sure 6 months from now, 12 months from now, 2 years from now, there'll be even more changes, right? So it's kind of like fine wine. You keep on, it gets better with time, in my opinion, right?
Right.
And then where the market will be 1 year from now?
I know it's...
On the moon? I mean, so I feel like regulation is the big cloud in the room.
Yeah, the big
right?
elephant in the room.
But
yeah.
I mean, me personally, I'm bullish on this space, crypto and blockchain, right? For example, Korea recently made a proposal to lift their ICO ban, right? That's good, and I think there was recently news from China as well. So I feel like regulation is what's kind of slowing down the rocket ship, right? All these governments are trying to figure out how to regulate ICOs, cryptocurrencies, tokens, this entire space. So I feel like once that has been resolved, then we can all just kind of keep on going towards the moon. But now I feel like it's kind of like you're driving a Lambo and the police pulls you over, right? Now you just got to talk to them for like a minute or two. So you know what, I'm okay, I won't do it again, then keep on speeding, right? So the police is kind of like regulation, right? They're basically trying to either tax it or add all kinds of red tape and bureaucratic processes to things. So 1 year from now, I mean, I think the space is still going to be there. Like, we're still very early, in my opinion.
Right.
Right.
Okay,
From mainstream adoption, I think ICOs, things will change, right, as we get more regulation, especially for the U.S. investors. Right.
Yes, and I saw, I've been following you for some time, and you also noticed that a lot of ICOs have shifted from a public sale to a private sale, where almost the entire supply is being sold in the private sale.
Yeah, I've noticed that. And going back to regulation, that's the main concerns, right? Lots of projects, from just talking with them, they're very concerned with what's going to happen with regulations, so they don't want to risk it. So they just raise funds privately, only from institutional investors. So that's kind of been what's been slowing things down.
Right.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
One question. Hi. One question about the landing block. Any info on them?
So landing block has been a disappointment right now. And I feel like one of the main things is they don't have a good exchange. I mean, HitBTC is a horrible exchange. I've told the team about it, but right now I'm still holding. I mean, the market has kind of been going sideways in a bear market. So I'm basically, me personally, going to be holding until a better exchange comes. If that takes too long, then I'll sell. But for now, I'm still holding. I mean, because after Punti X took a while before pumping, I'm going to be slightly more patient.
Okay, and the swap, do you know anything from Icon?
The Icon swap?
Yeah.
Not at the moment. In terms of swapping to the mainnet tokens? No, I mean...
Slow also, like one chain, they're slow.
Yeah, I think somebody one of my friends said something about the swap. They were waiting for something. I think they're waiting for the DEX, maybe, the decentralized exchange, before they were doing the swap. But I haven't really been keeping tabs on that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Come to the stage.
Just a quick question. We have to talk about the elephant in the room. So what is your stake and your opinion about the fact that there's a major war being fought behind the whole thing? The banking systems are trying to close out all the exits in fiat, and they're trying to limit all this exit in fiat. At least in Europe, we have this problem. Major banking systems are closing up all the entrances and the exits in fiat. What's your take on the whole thing?
I think it sucks. I mean, I've been hearing about it, but I've been traveling. I haven't dealt with that issue yet. I mean, I've been using GDAX, Gemini, Coinbase, with no issues yet. I do know one of my friends actually had one of the bank accounts closed. I'm not sure if it was because of crypto or something else. But, I mean, the banks are trying to fight for survival. So they will do whatever they want, right? But eventually they'll lose, right? I mean...
Hopefully. Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, either they have to
innovative.
join in or just lose.
Yeah. All right, thanks. Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Okay.
Hey Ian.
Hey.
I have a question. Most companies and projects, even in the real world, not in the crypto world, they usually fail. Like something like 99% of the projects fail. And let's say based on, for example, what Antonopoulos says, like it's unsustainable to have more than one proof of work blockchain working in the world, for example. If let's say these 99% of the projects really fail, that might include many of yours. So what is your strategy for leaving the ship, or when do you know when to leave the ship on these projects?
I mean, so you can't really know. All you can do is just try to filter out the bad projects. I mean, so I think that 95% of the projects will fail, like any startup.
You believe that?
Yeah, I believe that. But we can make money before they fail, right? So, I mean, so just being a capitalist, right, or investor, I mean, a project, like, for example, there's so many projects I invested in. Like, let's take Icon, for example. I'm very bullish on Icon, but, I mean, it has lots of competition. Right? Let's say only one blockchain ends up winning, or being like the Microsoft or the Apple, whether it's Ethereum, EOS, Stellar, Icon, whatever, one chain, right? Whether that happens or not, I've made my money, right? I mean, so it's kind of almost like a short-term investment strategy. I mean, long-term, it's both short-term and long-term. It's a long-term investment because I diversify across numerous projects, right? Like, for example, me personally, I've invested in several blockchain projects. That's basically me saying, I don't know which one is going to win at the end of the day, but whatever horse wins, I'll still own a piece of that horse, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right? So whether it's Icon, whether it's Sparkster, whether it's QuickChain, whether OneChain, or whatever, I have all of that in my portfolio.
So in that case, how much of your attention goes to the hype, or do you believe that the hype is more important?
I don't do hype. I mean,
so you don't believe in
well,
hype?
when I invest, usually hype follows.
Yeah,
right?
So you
but
bring the
me
hype.
personally, I don't take hype into account with token metrics. The only thing I take into account is the community.
Okay.
But that's maxed out at a particular point. So for example, like a Telegram group now, like I think the average to get like a full score for community is like over 15,000 in Telegram or more. Let's say 20,000. So if they end up getting 100,000 people in the Telegram, right, they're diminished returns because it's already maxed out that score.
Yeah.
So, right, because I felt in a way ICOs and projects began to game the community with airdrops and bots to add members and all kinds of stuff. That's why it's capped.
So actually you believe that most of these, let's say, long-term projects that you're getting into will eventually fail and you will have to get out of them, let's say?
I mean, that's why I won't have to...
Like I remember, for example, you said one time about PondDX, that because they were having a very token lockup period and so on, and you were saying that you were kind of gonna be in for the very long term. So I kind of want to know, like, if you actually.
Yeah, I mean, I get out along the way.
Uh-huh.
For example, I take profits on the way up. That way, whenever it comes crashing back down, if it ever happens, I already taken good amount of profits out.
Ah, okay, so you already.
Right, so for example, like Dragon Chain went to like a 50x. Icon went to like a 100x, came back to a 30x. But if you take profits on the way up and it comes back down, that's in a bear market, that's fine. You've made money.
All right.
Like, for example, Pundiax, right?
Yeah.
I was holding for a while. It was basically darkness, but once I saw some sunshine, I took profits. Took profits at 5x, 10x, 15x, 20x. So if it comes back down, I'm still happy.
You already made.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right.
I've been following you since last summer. I think it was July, so it was early since you started Token Metrics. And I was really thinking of something. Did you think of reverse engineer your Token Metrics, looking at what projects perform the best and start from there? Because many of your Hall of Fame projects, like Enigma, didn't do quite well. And others ranked like 80 to 85 did a lot better than Enigma. Have you ever think of...
I mean, I do take that into account when I make new updates. For example, just realizing that blockchains should be favored even more than they are, right? Because blockchains have been doing really, really well, especially as of recently, right? So in the last update, I increased the score for blockchains, right? So things like that is what I do.
And you decrease for like dApps or something?
Yeah, and I decreased even more, right? So kind of like changing the weight of the score.
Okay. What do you think of an ICO that it's made around your token metrics? He can score very well.
So gaming my token metrics.
Yeah.
Yes.
Your token metrics.
Yeah. Lots of ICOs have been trying to do that.
It's not a good project. He just scores very nice on your board.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's where, I mean, yes, ICOs have been trying to game it, right? But for example, let's say they somehow gather an all-star team, all-star advisors.
Yeah, just
right?
for the money, just
yeah,
to raise capital.
Then they go through and they do token metrics, whatever, perfectly.
Yeah.
Right? I still can have a last-minute judgment to say, you know what? I still don't want to touch. For example,
based on feeling, on your feeling?
based on feeling. But it's very rare, but it does happen, right? That's why I also have demos now. I ask for demos of ICOs, like private demos, before even touching. Just because it's token metrics are good, I still ask for a demo to verify. And then I also get a second opinion from my team, right? Like for example, I may give it to a blockchain developer and ask his opinion from a technical perspective.
To see the code and...
Yeah, things like that, right? If it says code sucks, then I won't touch, even if token metrics are good, right? So that's kind of the things we're doing now. And then, I mean, there have been projects that have been all-stars, but I still didn't touch. For example, Seal, which even though it did well, after they lost money with the scam on Telegram, I just didn't touch it. I didn't touch Fusion, the blockchain.
Yeah, I know.
Even though it is an all-star, I just didn't touch it.
So it's a personal flavor.
Yeah, I mean, not often, but sometimes I may choose not to touch or invest.
Another question, when do you feel is a good time to take profit, to exit from a project?
To take profit, so my strategy is I take out my initial investment after a 3x return.
Okay.
And then as it's going up, I like to take profits after, let's say 10 to 20% off after let's say it goes to 5x, 10x, 20, so every 5x basically.
You have a few benchmarks and
I mean, yeah, so they aren't really benchmarks per se. It depends when I need the money, right? But let's say a project does a 10x and a new ICO comes out and I want to get Ether to invest in it. Okay. Then I'll take profits from that 10x. I'll sell maybe 20% and put that into a new ICO. Okay. Then if it goes from 10x to 15x or 20x and a new ICO comes up, I'll take money from there. So I take profits whenever a new ICO comes that I like. I take profits from my other good investments.
Okay. And do you exit in fiat or Ethereum or Bitcoin?
I mean, to reinvest into ICOs, Ether.
Okay.
Right? My plan is to try to make more Ether. And then for fiat, it's always good to get fiat, right? Especially when I think a bear market is coming.
Especially in January. It was a good time to take
So
okay.
it's always good to take out fiat.
Okay.
A large amount, like 1 or 2x your yearly pay. If you have that in fiat, then you can laugh in a bear market.
Yeah, you can. Do you think the market will offer us another 100xer?
100x, yes, but it will be longer to get 100x. As opposed to a few months, it may take more months or even a year or longer. For example, I know Zilliqa is going to do 100x, but it's going to take a while. That's my personal opinion, right? So it's not, it won't be as fast as an Icon 100x,
okay.
for example. All right.
Do you have a few projects that are now on the exchanges and you are really bullish on? I know you really like
IoTex,
POA.
POA, Zilliqa, Loom, pretty much whatever I'm holding.
Do you have Zebi? Do you like
Zebi, I have Zebi. Those are the ones that I don't have that are on my radar are IoTex at the moment.
Okay. Thank you, Ann.
Oh, thank you. All right, Bucharest, Romania. Thank you guys so much. Wow, unbelievable. Woo! Okay, all right. We got HowToRapDrew.
Watch out. All right. I'm the first rock star who ever landed on the moon. You see the wallet, see a rock star. See the wallet, see a rock star. That's what I do. You see the wallet, see a rock star. See the wallet, see a rock star. Up on the moon. You see the wallet, see a rock star. See the wallet, see a rock star. That's what I do. You see the wallet, see a rock star. I'm the first rock star landed on the moon. If the market took a stage dive, I'll grind the exchange. This is game 5. I'm in the pools that you can't find. I'm doing private sales on the late night. Doing private sales on the late night. Advising how to build up a chain right. Cap too high, pitch ain't right. When you're dealing with a rock star, play nice. I want 100x's on the stage right. It's only 100x's on the stage right. I treat the bull market like a cage fight. I'm just headed to the moon, you a plane flight. You see the wallet, see a rock star. See the wallet, see a rock star. That's what I do. You see the wallet, see a rock star. See the wallet, see a rock star. Up on the moon. You see the wallet, see a rock star. See the wallet, see a rock star. That's what I do. You see the wallet, see a rock star. I'm the first rock star landed on the moon.